Ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, that's the title of the topic. The world's burden of diabetes during the latest 3 decades is not on the account of type 2 diabetes, but on potential stress diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is not curable, while stress diabetes could be corrected. Aim of review: demonstration of an observational association between the flaring challenge of Helicobacter pylori and the spreading world diabetic phenomena during the latest 3 decades, so that control of diabetes spread could be possible. It's easy for all of you to follow and assess, as it's all logic, scientific, evidence-based facts. The widespread prevalence and the challenges constituted by Helicobacter pylori have led to the widely established, improper, unjustified medical concept that H. pylori eradication should be a necessary attempt. Eradication regimens, with its side effects and high costs, just force H. pylori to migrate from the stomach with emergence of resistant H. pylori strains. More efficient, economic, and friendly drugs need to be developed. The flare-up of many medical challenges strictly related to H. pylori existence is sufficient to indicate that and to accuse the eradication strategies of being insufficient to control all the problems related to H. pylori. H. pylori colonized the stomach since an immemorial time, as if both the stomach and the bacterium used to live together in peace, harmless to each other. What's that? Is H. pylori a natural bacterium? Is it really innocent and biologic? The antibiotic eradication regimens could never eradicate a natural bacterium except forcing it to migrate where its biologic function is sacrificed, while it becomes itself a foreign structure and a source of illness. And dilemmas rise up wherever it goes. Diabetes mellitus in developing countries has been described as a fire spreading in hay, giving the title diabetic epidemic an actual credibility. Diabetes mellitus, a disease of rich, is now flooding like an ocean tsunami wave over poor population. The traditional risk factors are not sufficient to explain the dramatic spread of diabetes in developing countries, indicating that traditional measures to control spread of the disease would never be adequate or decisive. Diabetes mellitus, which was considered a disease of the developed world, has become a worldwide pandemic. The world's diabetic challenge was not as such before the antibiotic violence towards H. pylori. Most of the diabetic patients in the world are inadequately controlled in spite of regular follow-up of medications and extreme carefulness about style of life, indicating the possibility of a missed underlying environmental error related to the challenge of diabetes. Research-wise, frankly and in scientific words, if H. pylori is a natural bacterium entitled for a biological function in the gut, then no power could overcome it except forcing it to migrate from its normal habitat of natural function, where its biological function is lost, while pathologic complications and dilemmas could rise up somewhere else. H. pylori could be forced to migrate to the colon under the influence of antibiotic aggression. H. pylori in the colon would continue producing ammonia for a reason or no reason, leading to accumulation of profuse toxic amounts of ammonia unopposed or buffered by any acidity. This would constitute a biological toxic stress to the body that could cause toxic pancreatitis, leading to stress diabetes. Administration of traditional oral hypoglycemic pills to a stressed pancreas means an insistence to flog a tired horse leading to turn a potential condition into an established chronic illness, with consequent dramatic flare-up of the diabetic phenomena all over the world. The toxic stress element caused by the accumulated excess clonic ammonia in leading to an onset of diabetes is not just hypothetical, as upon the basis of this concept, the diabetic condition has been readily and adequately corrected in good number of newly discovered diabetic patients, around 90%. H. pylori colonizes the stomach since an immemorial time, as if it is part of the nature of the gut. It is true, whenever man interferes severely in the nature, dilemmas are brought up. H. pylori escapes from the stomach, sacrificing its biological function in the stomach to do the good biological job in an improper site. The onset and flare-up of stress diabetes all over the world during the latest 3 decades, coinciding with a third world antibiotic medical war against an innocent bacterium, is not just a scientific fantasy. As upon the basis of this concept, the diabetic condition has been readily and permanently recovered among many newly discovered diabetic patients via mere natural colon care and colon clear. It seems that the antibiotic aggression has rendered a domestic innocent bacterium to become wild in attitude and sequels instead of getting rid of it. The anti-H. pylori antibiotic strategy should be subjected to extreme scientific revision and severe accurate redetermination. The world's burden of diabetes and spread of diabetes during the latest 3 decades might not be on the account of type 2 diabetes, but on stress diabetes, due to potential toxic stress caused by accumulation of potential toxins in the colon. Therefore, the diabetic condition could be corrected and the world's diabetes spreading challenge could be readily and adequately controlled. As type 2 diabetes is not curable, while stress diabetes could be recovered and corrected. Thank you very much.